hunger to play the game of basketball among the players. When we put up the notice, we got over 100 teams trying to say they want to participate in the championship. But obviously we can't accommodate that because we already have our budget, we already have our program settled, So there's a hunger for players. They really want to play, and that was what gave birth to us having 40 teams to participate in this championship.
Sport has become an international industry, and Nigeria must not be left behind. So I'm making a clarion call on the sporting administrators in this country, the Ministry of Sports, the Minister of Sports, to take sports more seriously, invest more in sports, prioritize sport in this country.
To come here and witness a game going on in this facility today tells me a few things about the state of our infrastructure and helps to clarify what our work ought to be. So those would be the ways I would look at it, but essentially it's been a key learning curve for me, and I'm very delighted I was able to come.
A big one there for Nigerian basketball lovers all across Nigeria to at least witness the Mark the Ball Championship for men that actually ended yesterday at the MK Abia Stadium, where all the basketball teams that participated in this event, they came together to see the curtain draw in that particular competition. Good one there to at least allow basketball to develop in Nigeria. Welcome you on the show, 360 Sport on Trust TV. I am Adeni Ajishafe. We just have to look at some stories trending in the world of sport. Over the weekend, a lot of actions, despite the fact that football is actually close in Europe. We still have action here in Nigeria, where we look at the NPFL and also the Women's Championship, where two teams actually emerged to qualify for the NWFL Premiership. Now, let's start from the Mark the Ball Championship, where, well, the two teams that played the final has to do with Nigerian Customs and Mohit team. They tried their best, but they could not defeat Nigerian Customs. Their ladies also they won the ladies event in January. So this time around, the men, that's Nigerian Customs, also did winning the Mark the Ball Championship that took place. That started in January and it ran for good 6 months rather, and now they have a winner. Good one there, 66, 57, 55 thereabout, and it was an exciting moment to behold, where Nigerians came out to enjoy some dunk and slam sport. Well, joining me this morning is Charles Ohaji. Want to have you, Charles?
Yes, thank you, Adeni.
And we'll be having Nazir Jamajo from Kaduna, who will be joining us to talk sport this morning. Good to have you, Nazir. Okay, now while we quickly run through the game, let's talk about Nigerian Women Football League, Nigerian Women Football League Championship, where matches were played to end the season, and two teams actually emerged to qualify for the NWFL Premiership. We have the result from Group A, talking about Heartland and Ibom Angels. They were able to make it. Honey Badgers drew 1-1 against Ibom Angels, as Dreamstar Ladies walloped Royal Toms International FC 7-1 in that particular encounter. encounter there. Now you look at Group A standings, you look at the fact that Ibom Angels, they top that group with 8 points ahead of Dreamstar Ladies, who actually have 7, and O6 FC with 7, Honey Badgers 5, Royal Top International FC 0. They actually lost they lost all their games there. For Ibom Angels, they qualified for the NWFL Premiership now after topping that group with 8 points, 1 ahead of Dreamstars and O6. And if you go straight to Group B, where matches were also played to finalize the group, you have Atlant Queen FC 2, Crystal FC 0, Beautiful Terrace Angels 2, and Kwara Ladies walloped them 8-2 there. Moje Queens lost against Danas Ladies in their own game. Looking at the way the table is standing, Heartland Queens actually topped that group there for the fact that they gathered 15 points playing 5 matches. They won all their games and they were able to win 15 points. Good one for Atlant Queens. Danas Ladies, they came second with 12 points. Moje Queens 9, Kwara Ladies, Crystal Stars, and Beautiful Toss Angels. So right now, Heartland Queens and Ibom Angels are now, they've qualified for the NWFL Premiership. Congrats to the 2 teams, and they are happy for the fact that they were able to do this. Well, congrats to them. Nazir Jamajo from Kaduna, are you there?
Yeah, good morning.
So we've been talking about the Nigerian Women Football League Championship, where 2 teams, Ibom Angels and also Heartland Queens, they've all qualified for the NWFL Premiership. And at least kudos to those 2 teams. They are back to where they used to be.
Yeah, they have done an excellent job. That is what it takes to, go back and play into one of the biggest competitions right there in the country, talking of the female football. It is a very good one right there for those 2 teams to go back into the NWFL team to kind of try to play against the big boys. It is a good one right there for them. I think that is what it takes to play. That is the hard work always pays off, and it has actually paid off for both teams that they are now into the first tier of the female football right there in this country.
Good one there. At least we appreciate the fact that the Women Football League has been ongoing, and it seems the ladies are really ready for this particular competition, the championship, where a lot of people might not actually know that it was ongoing. It took place in Ijebu-Ode, and now we have 2 teams qualifying there. Now, do you see Atlant Queens and Ibom Angels being able to wrestle against the big ladies who are actually in the NWFL next season?
Yeah, it is a different case at the moment. When you look at it, you cannot compare the opponents you play against in the lower tier and then you come up in the highest ranked league, talking of female football right here in this country. You expect it to be a different type of games, tough games you are expected to play in. So definitely these 2 teams will definitely fancy their chances. It is football. Everybody has his own chance. You can't be able to go there, up your game and play. It is not the first time we have seen teams, progress from the relegation teams, the championship, and then go and play in the first league. That is the first time, and then try to play their best and stay there. So many teams have done that, and that is what it takes. You have to just improve a bit. You need to work harder and harder. Then when you play the games, you can't be able to see it in the games. When you work hard, then it shows off on the pitch. I think these 2 teams will fancy their chances like all the teams will do in the NPFL. They shouldn't underrate themselves. It is football. You don't underrate yourself. You come out and play the best that you can. And at the end of the day, you see the benefit of it. I think they can be able to do that since they have actually get to, bulldoze their opponents in the second tier of the Nigerian league, talking of the women football, and then coming to the first, the top league right there, talking of women football right there in this country. So I would expect them to kind of play their best and then get to, try to challenge teams in the NWFL.
Okay, good one. As we're still with you now, let's hear from Charles Ohajo in the studio. Charles, you just listened to what Nazir is saying from Kaduna there, that he believes that Heartland ladies and also Ibom Angels, they are ready, at least for the fact that they qualify from championship, they are also ready to wrestle against the big ladies in the NWFL. Do you agree with that?
Yes, yes, of course. I agree with that. I agree with that, because the truth is this: any team coming from a lower league of promotion, the first aim is to remain in the at the top stage. So of course, for that reason, they are going to start beefing up their teams. The players will start knowing that, look, for us, we need to remain in the top flight. So most times, it's always difficult when you have such teams coming. We've seen it happening in the male football. We've seen Ramo Stars and Co. coming from lower league and trying to cause upset. So it's possible these 2 teams, Atlant and Bob Star, they are going there to see how they can cause upset and see how they can wrestle the muscles, powers from the people that are already established there. So I mean, it's football, and of course, it's always beautiful because at the end of the day, the women football team is going to gain more from all this. From all this experience.
Okay, earlier on, we talked about basketball, where Magdeburg Championship for men actually took place in Abuja. About 16 teams started the journey. Eventually went to the two last teams, that is Nigerian Customs and Mo Heat of Abuja. It was a tough one, but eventually Nigerian Customs actually triumphed. Even though their ladies also did in January, they won the competition. But the major thing here is the fact that a lot of people saw that, oh, despite the ban on international basketball, locally, we can have a lot of teams that actually be developing this sport through them, both for women and both for men, because I saw the interim management committee attending such an event to see a lot of talent. After all, the under-18 is coming up very soon. So hopefully we are going to be seeing more of these kind of events.
Yes. Thank you, Adini. You see, in Nigeria, or let's say in Nigeria especially, the three major sports, apart from football, athletics, basketball, I think these are the three major sports. Just like the three major tribes in the country, like the three major sports every child grows up to know and to also have interest in. And these are the three sports. You find their facilities in almost everywhere you go to locally in Nigeria. You see they have facilities for all these sports, basketball, league, and football. For basketball, for me, as we said earlier on, the issue rocking basketball is one issue that was so pathetic and so sad. At a point, the international association body had to come in to try to start giving orders to the, of course, to the government. The truth is, it's quite ugly and it's quite pathetic. You know, a lot of people have sat down behind that. A lot of people have made plea to them that, look, they should keep aside the grudges in the Basketball Federation, and so that the beautiful game of basketball can gain for it. But of course, there have been so much power tussles in the Basketball Federation going up and down there. And especially the one I was sad about is some people thinking that, you see, the truth is, every country, every sport you play, you must host a national flag wherever you go to play it. Basketball or anything, you go to host a national flag there. And what it means is that the national team, the government themselves are partly involved, part of finance in the team. So it is not always, because I don't like where some people association will now try to go and influence a finance association to come against the national, when the national team, when the country have said, no, we are banning this thing for 2 years. These are our reasons. We need to get our acts together, get the house together, so that at the end of the day, this game will keep improving and the game will benefit more from it than what's happening. So people keep going about constant issues. So I watched the basketball. I watched it, and when I was watching, I was like, wow, it's as if you're even becoming better than we were before, after the ban. And that's how it always is. And that's one of the main reasons to see us bring out the best in every athlete and even in the administrators. And look, we are unbanned now. Nobody is gaining for this. After playing this, players playing this beauty, none of them will have the opportunity to go for an international event where you can go and showcase those skills and win medals for your country and for your family and your friends. You can't do that. No matter how well you play, it ends here till after 2 years before the world can see you. So basketball is a beautiful game. I saw it and I regretted. I felt so bad. I said, wow, I didn't know why this should happen, but at the end of the day, I pray it's going to be for the benefit of basketball.
Good one there from Charles Ohaji talking about Nigerian basketball. We just highlight Magdeburg Championship there, where the main event eventually finished yesterday. It was a beautiful one between Nigerian Customs and Mo Heat. A lot of teams participated. Kwara Falcons, Kano Pillars, all playing that competition. In fact, Gombe Bulls was also there to play the semi-finals as they defeated Kano Pillars to win third place. And the good thing is that the winner actually went with 2 million naira, while the other team went 1.5 and also 1 million naira. Good one there from Magdeburg. Mark Igochi has been able to push some grassroots basketball around Nigeria, and a lot of young boys and girls have been able to see that, yes, they can at least make it in this sport. Now let's move to MPFL, Nigerian Professional Football League. Let's look at the results over the weekend, some shocking results, and also looking at how is the table is standing. Well, for Kwara United, they pipped Sunshine Star by a lone goal. MFM, well, a good one there. You look at them defeating Eyimba 2-1. MFM, the team that has not been performing well at all this season, they got their group together and they were able to win. Heartland 1, Katsina United 0. Remo Star defeated Lobista 3-1. Dakada against Aqua United. It was a derby in Uyo, and it ended 3-1 in favor of Dakada. Plateau United play 1-0 against Gombe. Wiki Torres 1-0 also against Shooting Stars. And you have Abia Warriors defeating Kano Pillars 3-2. Enugu Rangers River, they share the spoil there, 0-0. And you have Niger Tornadoes defeating Nasarawa by a lone goal. Jamajo, if you are there, looking at these results, for Kano Pillars losing against Abia Warriors, it's not as if Abia cannot defeat them, but looking at the way the table has been, Kano Pillars losing that game 3-2. How do you say it?
Yeah, I think it was a crucial game for Kano Pillars, looking at the fact that we are approaching the end of the season and they are in a difficult situation, trying to survive the relegation battle right there that they are into because they have been poor this season. You know, you get to wonder, is this the team that was challenging for the top four spots last season that they ended up finishing 50th, if I'm mistaken? Like this season, they have been awful. They are in shambles. Nothing is going with them this season. They are struggling absolutely. And yesterday, they gave it a fight, but the fight wasn't enough. It wasn't enough at all. It wasn't enough. That is why actually they lost that game to Abia Warriors. You know, Kano Pillars need every single game that is on ground at the moment. They need every single point that is coming their way, I think, because they're in a difficult situation. And for them to survive, they have to actually get every single point that is coming their way. And also, they have to play, I think, two of the top 8 teams before the end of the season, and still they have got to play Dakada, which is going to be a very crucial game, I think, midweek. So Kano Pillars need to get, you know, they have to win games. They have to get points to make sure that they stay in the NPFL. Right now they are 19th, a kind of they are on 39 points, a point away from 14th place. Now just if I'm mistaken, or maybe 15th, if I'm mistaken, in between. So they're in a very difficult situation at the moment. They need to win every single game if they are to stay in the NPFL. And this is not the kind of players that we have actually get to watch in the last couple of seasons. They have performed a bit better. This season, they have been awful. You know, nothing is working on their own side. They have struggled. And that is what happened yesterday. It summarized their season. Like, at least they've scored 2 goals, but it wasn't enough. That is what happened in games that they have played this season. They weren't that good to, you know, get the points to make sure that they stay in a very good place in the NPFL. So they have to put things together to make sure that they stay in this tournament, but in this competition. But at the moment, I think they are in a very difficult situation.
A difficult situation that Kano Pillar actually found themselves now. Well, let me turn to Charles Ohaji here to talk about his own side. Eyimba losing to MFM. MFM of all teams that so far this season they've been very, very down, but they defeated Eyimba. Well, maybe I should add the big Eyimba there.
Yes, thank you, Tony. You know, Tony, at this point, 4 games, it was always difficult to play a team that is already struggling in relegation battles. As it is right now, any of these clubs you touch, they will pull you down. Because MFM is going down, so whoever comes, they pull you down with them. So they are in that situation. But for me, Eyimba have not been too fantastic going away this season, the way we used to know Eyimba be. Because Eyimba, we know at this point, going against an MFM, of course, we expect MFM to collect from them, but they've not been fantastic.
I like that statement. You expect MFM to collect from them, but right now, MFM give it to
them. They want collecting.
Oh my goodness.
So they've not been quite fantastic going away this season, and I should think everything boils down to, of course, the season is winding down, 4 games to go. Most players, the ones that are not in relegation battle, are looking forward to either get a new club, either go for a holiday, or either the rest. The ones that are not involved, the ones that are middle table, fine, let's just hold it there till we just finish at the middle table. But the ones in the middle and the ones on top of the parks, of course, like Rivers and Co, they are still not letting their feet off the gas pedal because they know that I can win it or I can go to relegation. So it's quite very pathetic. For Kano Pillars, like he said for Kano Pillars for me, it's just pathetic. Their coach, Ahmed Musa Yaro, that I think he just took over before the end of some few games back. I'm just feeling for him. It's one person I wish his coaching career coming in could start on a good note for him because he's somebody that has given almost a lot to Kano Pillars as a player and how committed he has been to the team. But same as Sugida right now, they're on their own at this stage. 4 games to go, they're on their own. They need to know what magic to do. They need to do everything they can to see themselves. As he said, they need every point, not just every point. They need every 3 points.
That's
not 1
point. From the main 4 matches.
They just need to pick that 12 points. So I don't know how they don't do it already, but it's quite sad. They are on their own. Masigida. They are second to the last. They are 17 on the league table. 4 games to go. So I don't know how they're going to pull off that magic, but in football, anything can happen.
Anything can happen. Still looking at the table there, Kano Pillars down on the log, 19th on the log. Though they have a game to play, but from the way it is, they just have to win the remaining 4 matches if they don't want to go down. Dakada, Heartland, Kano Pillars, MFM, the 4 teams, well, Lobby Stars, Niger Tornadoes, all having the same point there. And you have Nasarawa, Shooting Stars, Abia, Katsina in that pecking order. Rivers United are running away with it. 4 matches to go. They are leading with 10 points ahead of Plateau United. Remo Stars are standing third. Rangers, Kwara, Eyimba in that order. For Kano Pillars, where we wait to see 4 matches to go, they are standing 19th on the log. Well, let's see what's going to happen concerning that team there. Now, quickly, before we go, let's run through some stories. Let's go for it now. In the Formula One, Max Verstappen has been doing so well, winning the Canadian Grand Prix, making it the 6th win of the season. This Dutch car racer won't stop at all. He's really doing so well. From the way it is right now, he's running away with, although Lewis was able to actually come, he came third, but not the best we've seen of Lewis so far. Lewis Hamilton didn't get his, well, he was able to actually get it right this time around, but for a while, Max Verstappen has dominated, winning 6 wins in a row, and now the man is really smiling home. Good one for Max Verstappen, and if you look at it, Nazir, from the way it is, you see any competition coming from Mercedes at all against Red Bull?
Well, I don't see that. I've been expecting that since the start of the season when it comes to the Formula One, but up to now, I haven't seen anything like competition coming from Mercedes. I thought they can be able to to stand their ground when it comes to the Constructors' Championship, but still they couldn't. Talk less of, for them competing, maybe Lewis Hamilton or maybe George Russell trying his best to challenge Max Verstappen. Max Verstappen, since that win he had last season, at the end of the season, he secured the title for himself. Since that, he hasn't looked back. He has been firing and firing. Already has won 6 races this season, a very good one for him. And looking at the fact that Mercedes are not challenging, that also contributes to him to a kind of tighten his grip on the top of the table when it comes to gathering points week in, week out when it comes to the races that they have been participating. Yesterday, a good win for him in Canada and a fantastic one for Red Bull also. They have been performing this season fantastically well, and they have secured the signing of Max Verstappen to stay there for like almost 6 to 7 years, if I'm mistaken. So a very fantastic one right there for him. And I don't see Mercedes challenging, because since the start of the season, I've been waiting for that challenge, but up to now, we haven't seen anything like that. Just a kind of, I think, glimpses in 1 or 2 races. And yesterday, it was also the glimpses. And after the race, Lewis Hamilton was saying a very good one right there. So they can be able to improve. Keep on working, guys. But time is against them. Actually, we are almost into the mid-season when it comes to the Formula One races. Very close. You definitely, they are out. The title race is over. I think it is over. Verstappen is going to win. No challenge.
Zero, I want to appreciate you. Time is on our side at all, but at least appreciating you for the analysis on Formula One, MPFL, and WFL. Thank you very much from Kaduna, Nazir.
You're welcome.
Good one. So at least Nazir has been able to give us his own view of Formula One. Now let's quickly run through transfer story where Newcastle United are in race for Eric Bailey from Manchester United. That's a story coming from Manchester now that Newcastle really, they want to go for this Cote d'Ivoire player. And also Tottenham Hotspur could peep Arsenal for Gabriel Jesus with Champions League football offer. Now we're talking about Gabriel Jesus now. Tottenham Hotspur could actually get him against the wish of Arsenal. Arsenal are pursuing him, and from the way it is, because of Champions League offer, they will be playing Champions League. They are actually pushing that to him quickly.
Yes, of course. Of course, as I said, for every player wants to play in a team that that will always be in the Champions League. That is one thing. That's why I'm wondering what's going to happen to Cristiano Ronaldo this season if he's not playing Champions League. But so for Gabriel Jesus, he's going to weigh his option between Arsenal and Tottenham. And when you look at the two teams project, the coach of Tottenham, Conte, his programs or his ambition for the club, if you see since he came in, he has been able to impact this and has changed the mentality of the players in Tottenham, that they are beginning to think like champions. They want to win. They want to fight for every trophy, fight for every competition. You saw it at the end of last season, how they were able to push themselves into the top 4 position ahead of Arsenal. But Arsenal have not really given us that glimpse that look, we have a project that we're ambitious to get to that level. Arteta have just been satisfied with just keeping the schoolboys he has and maintaining them and being in the league.
My goodness, why do you call them schoolboys? Why is everybody always attacking us now? Well, good one there from Ohaji Charles and also Naziru Jamajo. We thank you from Kaduna there. Thank you very much, Charles.
All right, thank you, sir.
Good one there. We just have to wrap it up. 360 on Trust TV. I am Adini Ajishafe. Have a splendid day. Thanks.